Welcome to the fourth Friday of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. Season 2 continues to see new records written in the Book of Unlimited. Tonight, all-time scoring leader Betania de la Cruz, who has served her way to the top of the leaderboard, takes on star setter Team Valentin-Anderson, the capable quarterback. Is it raw power or court control for the victory? Friday Night Lights in the spring. Professional volleyball takes the court in downtown Dallas right now. Tonight's match is presented by Aspiration, the global leader in sustainability as a service. Two international veterans meet again, this time as captains of their own teams. Team de la Cruz and Team Valentin-Anderson both arrive at 1-0 out of Wednesday night and are set to go inside Fair Park Coliseum, home of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. A look at our top five coming into tonight. It is diversifying via position, outside hitters, opposites, setters, all in there, but Betania de la Cruz recapturing the top spot on Wednesday. Welcome inside once again. Kevin Barnett alongside former pro Heather Cox. And Heather, we have seen a whole rise of players, not only to the leaderboard, but also those taking advantage here in week 4 of an opportunity to get on the court.
Absolutely, Kevin. It's been so much fun to watch people make a late charge in this Athletes Unlimited season. Players like Cassidy Lickman, who had a career night on Wednesday, and that moved her into 4th place on the leaderboard. Or what about Taylor Fricano, the opposite, who hasn't played very much all season long, gets her first career start on Wednesday and took full advantage of it. She'll start again tonight. And then also a great middle matchup on the court tonight. All 4 middles really working their way up onto that leaderboard spot heading into the final week.
We'd like to get away from the captain and all the Betania de la Cruz news, but she just keeps making history.
Absolutely. The 15-time MVP set a record, gaining 445 leaderboard points in Wednesday's win. Behind shots like these, she can pound the line. She's got such a heavy shoulder. She sees the block so well. She can crank it cross court. And she's also got that veteran savvy. The international star can mix it up with roll shots like these, finding the open court. Oh, and by the way, she can score from the end line as well with the top spin jumper clocking 46 miles an hour. Now across the net, keep your eye on Leah Edmond. She is heating up on the outside. Edmond has had 10 or more kills 9 times this season and puts up numbers on all areas of the court, averaging 4.5 kills per game in the front court, 2.5 digs in the backcourt.
The beginning of back-to-back nights. Match 1 of 4 remaining in this week. The championship stretch is upon us, and first serve is on its way. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on Fox Sports is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate and by Dick's Sporting Goods. We are in week 4 in Dallas, home of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball for the 2nd season. Looking forward to the first of 2 matchups on the evening. Team de la Cruz, Team Valentin-Anderson. Some players playing well, and they make Heather's Red Hot list.
No surprise that you see Betty de la Cruz in the front here, becoming the first player in Athletes Unlimited history to reach 6,000 leaderboard points behind that record-setting performance on Wednesday. And how about Cassidy Lickman, a career night on Wednesday with 356 leaderboard points. And I like putting Ronica Stone on my hot list. 8 blocks in the last 2 matches. And Erin Ferris with a big night Wednesday hit 241. She'll be an impact player on the court tonight.
A look at our starting lineups for Valentin-Anderson. You mentioned the middles, Liana Sabeldin alongside Jenna Rosenthal. 15 kills from the middle blocking position on Wednesday.
And also keep your eye on the 1-2 punch of Ferris and Edmond at outside. And then Fanoma Wana hoping to replicate her big night on Wednesday. Of course, Captain Valentin-Anderson directing the offense with Amanda Benson at the libero position.
On the other side for Team de la Cruz, Molly McCage made a triumphant return. 8 kills, hit 462, and put away 2 aces.
Yeah, I like McCage and Stone in the middle. It's a great matchup. De la Cruz, of course, and Lickman on the outside. And then Fricano with her 2nd start at opposite, playing with confidence, making an impact. And Olympian Alicia Childress at setter with Velez Augusto as the libero.
An incredibly experienced group for Team de la Cruz. And we find Key Michael courtside, the Olympian. Hi, Key.
Hi, guys. I am indeed courtside, trying to bring you guys as close to the action as possible. And I'm going to give you my player to watch. It's a middle. I don't know if you're surprised there. It's Jenna Rosenthal. She calls herself professional whatever I feel like it on her Instagram. She's a model, basically. She's an engineer and also a pretty good volleyball player. She had 9 kills, 2 blocks, and look out for her connection with Natalia Valentin-Anderson. It is pretty spicy. So I got a chance to talk to her on the sidelines a couple games ago, but if there's anyone at home that you want me to talk to, just get on social media, use the hashtag KeyCam, and I'd be happy to chat to them.
I'm going to hashtag KeyCam and ask, what is a spicy middle connection?
Well, it's just, it's hot. It's quick and it's hot.
Love it. We are set. We will play 3 sets. The winner will be on aggregate. We'll add up the scores of all 3 sets. For instance, both these teams coming off wins. Dela Cruz 75-60 over Team Shayla, and it was Valentin-Anderson 72-61 over Team Cruz.
And Kevin, the big question, can Team De La Cruz keep up the level of play that they had on Wednesday? That sweep was so impressive. Cassidy Lickman led the way with Betty De La Cruz. They had the entire team just 9 hitting errors throughout the entire match. They were the picture of consistency.
Sweep means they won every set and they won the overall. Well done. You take home a perfect 180 points. You might take it home to Illinois, wherever you're from. You will take home a little bit extra for a sweep as well. Taylor Fricano out of North Carolina, recently playing in Italy. Extremely excited to be a part of Athletes Unlimited and took advantage of her opportunity on Wednesday night. We're underway. Layoff behind doesn't work. Out of the back row comes Betty. She's looking for some open court and finds it. But Tanya will give you more than just power.
You can see all that veteran leadership and international experience on the court because she sees the court so well, a member of the Dominican Republic national team, and it shows.
Multiple-time Olympian. One dug this time by Betty, already piling up some points. And Fricano misses her first attempt.
Talked to Taylor before the match, and she admitted that on Wednesday with that first start, she was nervous. And she said it took a little bit of a while to kind of get the nerves under control, which surprised me because she came out red hot. Like, she did not look like a nervous player in that match.
Liana Sabelden back to serve in her second season here out of Washington. Started her career in Romania professionally. That's a hard start. As that ball again finds the floor. 2 soft shots, winners early for Team De La Cruz. And you wonder if facilitator Michelle Chapman-Smith and Bethany De La Cruz talked about that, given that that's the first 2 opportunities.
Well, you know that Team De La Cruz has so much heat and so much power, and it's almost like Team Valentin-Anderson is expecting it, and they're just dug in on their heels a little bit too much. And now another tip. So we've got 3 kills on 3 tips.
Coaches who like a little craft have liked the start here. Team Valentin-Anderson, they had that victory. They had 72 digs in the match. That was 15 more than their opponent, and a very balanced offense. 2 players in double figures in addition to those 15 kills out of the middle. So see if they can continue to get a variety of people involved as Benson finally picks up a tip. Outside Betty. Yeah, in rhythm.
And I like this matchup for De La Cruz. They've got Betty with the way that they started their rotation going up against Natalia Valentin-Anderson at just 5'6". So that is an advantage to Betty swinging over the top of the setter.
Spinning the wheels.
I like the spin the wheel to get the matchup. Your best outside with the setter.
We've had 1 ball hit, 6 points on the board. Aaron Fairs back to serve. A miss there, and that's not something you can expect a lot of in this matchup based on Wednesday night. 3 of the top 5 athletes on the ace list this season are in this match. There's a look at our center net cam.
See how the blockers are stacked up and then they go to their assigned zones.
There's a spicy connection.
Jenna Rosenthal has just been so strong off the slide all season long. Great timing this time with Valentin-Anderson going off of 1 leg and just splitting the block.
No word on how many Scovilles that was. Might have just been somewhere near a poblano. We'll see if things progress.
Are we talking peppers?
Yeah.
I like it.
The Scoville is the scale for peppers, ghosts being up high. So if we get a ghost pepper connection, we'll let you know. Long rally here and off the block, out of bounds. Continuing her hot play, Leah Edmond. There's our net cam. It is many times damaged and repaired, kind of like Humpty Dumpty. It's fallen off the wall a few times, and we've put him back together.
Such a great look, though. Wait until you see a one attack coming right at you from the middle.
Speaking of the middle, there you go. Taylor Fricano sliding into the middle, so you went backslide, double quick with your 6'4" opposite.
So with this look, you can see the pass right to the net exactly as Childress wants it, and then there's that one attack from Taylor Fricano. Look at how high she gets up, and with that reach, hitting at the very top of her reach, I mean, that's going to get you some high numbers.
Connection outside is missed. Edmond off the heel and thumb of her hand. That keeps Betty at the line where she has been doing some serious damage.
Second in the league with 11 aces. Danny Drews leads with 12.
Most of those aces in the last couple of matches.
Yeah, 4 on Wednesday night with serves just like that. So much heat.
There's a better swing from Edmond. That's how you do it off the edge and out of bounds. Good matchup to keep an eye on there. Fricano at 6'4" with Leah Edmond outside. Already Fricano a couple of shots off that right hand. We'll see if she adjusts. 6-6. Lickman down the line, dug, and that will be out of bounds.
Another smart shot by Cassidy Lickman. No surprise whatsoever after that career night on Wednesday. I talked to her yesterday, and she's struggling with a little bit of a calf strain. Had it in a boot, trying to keep it as healthy as possible and not work it at all yesterday, knowing that she needed it tonight.
Well, good to see she doesn't have the groin wrapped. Also, she was struggling with that early in the season. That one finds the left hand of McCage. It's a little bit of war of attrition at the moment. We have lost, for the moment, Nia Crittenden off of Team Valentin-Anderson. Karsta Lowe, Shader McNeil, and Lauren Stivrins are all done for the season. A tremendous amount of volleyball being played inside Fair Park over the last few weeks. We have one more to go after this weekend. There's Lickman showing you the range. So one down the line, the other one inside the 10-foot line.
And you just can tell what a veteran team this is. This is the type of team that when they get into the huddle in between points, they're not rah-rah talking about energy and like, let's bring, you know, be a little bit more vocal. They're talking about, here's my blocking assignment, here's what I can do, here's what I see open, and that's what's making this team so good this week.
Substantive.
That's also the sign of a veteran captain in Betty De La Cruz, knowing exactly what her team needs and what she needs in drafting strengths.
Good touch by the block, late arriving Rosenthal. Moana tries to reset the play and does. Excellent job by Fallon Moana.
Just picking up where she left off on Wednesday night. Had such a good match after a couple low, slow matches last week. Picked up on Wednesday and is, I think, playing much more confident.
Those low, slow matches came against, or pardon me, for Team De La Cruz. Remember, we shuffle up and deal every Sunday, totally different teams. That ball popped up by Rosenthal. There'll be Ferris on the outside. She cranks it. Speaking of cranking, it's Moana this time cross court. So last time these two teams met under the same moniker was in week 2. It is the only loss for Natalia Valentin-Anderson as a captain.
Watch Moana get up just one-on-one and goes inside that block. And then look at the yell at the end. I mean, feeling so much energy and pumped up.
She'll bring the fire. The only player that remains, given the system that we have on Team Valentin-Anderson, Liana Sebeldin, the server.
Boy, and so many service errors to start this match.
There are coordinated celebrations on many of the teams. Team Cruz trying to tee up a ball there to be hit out of bounds. Rosenthal reaches and puts that one right down in the middle.
Already combined 3 service errors between these two teams early here in set 1. Moana, the key, you know, any player will tell you this, and any coach especially, you cannot miss a serve after your teammate has missed it. Chris Marlowe has always said there's 7 sins of serving, and this is definitely one of them.
That ball thrown down by Valentin-Anderson. She will collect the kill. I guess she goes a kill, not a block. We'll check with the official scores
Yeah, I
table.
like that as a kill. You also don't want to miss serves out of a timeout, match point, set point.
Just
you
don't
never
miss
want
a
to miss a
serve.
serve.
Yeah.
But it's especially hurtful when you do it in those situations. Shoot. So now what you want to do is, if you're Team De La Cruz, is you want to serve the player that just missed the serve. So Moana actually hiding in that right back position with her libero, Amanda Benson, in front of her. She will not pass in this rotation.
Bears down the line. Whew, protecting herself was Fricano. The connection between Valentin-Anderson and her pin hitters is spicy.
That's the theme for the night. Well, this was a nice quick go set, and there was about a ball width to get down the line in between the antenna and Childress's hands, and Fairs found it.
Yeah, that was a Serrano. Fairs perfect dig. Ledman lays it off soft, and that ball is counted down. I think no question about that. Early indication of the ball being down. Nathan Mahaven and Bill Thornburg are officials. Mahaven are R1. Nice turn and block by Childress. Betty down. A technical play from Alicia Childress.
Absolutely. I mean, it starts with the turn and block, just the court awareness to know that this pass is going over. She's front row setter, so she can block that ball, and just a heady play. And rewarding her captain, Betty De La Cruz, with a great set. Once again, Betty finding that campfire, the open space in the middle of the court.
Rosenthal is blocked, and ringing her up was Betania De La Cruz. 14-12, closely contested first set.
Betty does a nice job keeping her eye and then going straight up when Rosenthal goes up instead of drifting.
Another tip goes down.
It's amazing.
If there were coaches that had their way, the match would be stopped right now, and you would just do a tip drill on both sides for about 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Bring out the bucket of balls.
Let's relearn how to defend against the tip. And everybody going for the pancake and nobody getting it up. You gonna stop play, Kevin? Run a little tip drill?
Yeah, I could see somebody doing it. Probably Japanese national team. They would do it. They'd be on the floor for the next 2 hours after the match with this kind of performance. Yeah, seen it in person. It's factual. A little poke back there from Sebeldin. Good opportunity here for Valentin-Anderson. Inside X all over it for Kano and McCage, the Netflix duo. Betty. Oh, that is a powerful front row right now for her side.
I just love the strength of this De La Cruz roster. Look at that front court. McCage, Fricano, Lickman, all of them stacked in the middle, and then when the serve goes across the net, they'll transition to their natural position. Lickman will stay on the left, and McCage in the middle, and Fricano will go to the right.
Betania De La Cruz, our leader on the Geico leaderboard. Almost 2,800 points. Sebelden tries to throw it. McCage is there, and then the throw from the other side is good.
Shocking, another tip for a kill.
It is all pushes here on a Friday. 16-13, Valentin-Anderson over Team Cruz. When we come back, you'll learn more about the multi-talented beach player, and now back to indoor Fallon Fonoimoana. A serve, Fonoimoana.
She just screams beach player.
I grew up in Hermosa Beach, California, so in the summers we are on the beach all the time. And then you go to indoor when it's season, so I've done it so many times, but actually committing this time, I had to slow down obviously in my beach and just train. But I mean, an athlete is an athlete and volleyball is volleyball. Obviously it's the key touches and the reps that you have to really put in time, but you know, I have a great IQ for the game and I know that, and now I get to bring my fire and my indoor skills here.
Fallon Fonoimoana has brought some of those beach skills here to the indoor side. 78 digs, over 1,500 points, currently sitting 17th overall.
And Fallon makes it look easy. She's just got this innate ability, and I think it's her eyes. She's got such great vision. She actually gets to the area before the ball all the time, and it is not that easy to go from beach to indoor and indoor to beach, but she makes it look easy because she's so athletically gifted, and like she talked about, has that high IQ. And to be a good beach and indoor player, you have to be a great all-around player. You have to be good at every single skill, and that's why Fallon can go back and forth with such ease.
Nobody able to get a hold of this first set by any more than 2. And in fact, through the first 13 points, it was just separated by 1 apiece. So we hit the technical timeout. Cassie Lickman picks up a tip. But Dani De La Cruz picks up another kill.
Boy, 5 kills behind their captain, Betty De La Cruz. The team hitting over 400 as a team. Balls are going down. This is out of the back row. She has to stay behind that white line, that 3-meter line. She can tell she gets the cable, gets the tape on the net, but still gets the kill.
Overpass, put away, Lickman.
And that all starts with the tough serve. The tough serve creates that overpass, which is just a gift to Cassie Lickman, who continues to move up this leaderboard. Look at her in that 4th spot.
Our Geico leaderboard will change live as McCage looks to add to her ace total. Laces another one down the line. Cross-court winner for Fonoimoana. With serving, it's not just about aces. That's a nice number, but it is only a small measure of total success.
Yeah, so much of it has to do with taking your opponent out of their offense, or serving a specific area to get in the way of the offense, or serving somebody to take them out of the offense, serving something to set up your blocking game. It's very strategic.
Short one there. Works for Valentin-Anderson, but they cannot handle it in transition, and they will lose that point 17-16. Let's find Key Michael inside Fair Park.
Hello, I'm down here with Jamie Peterson's dad and son, so we've got 3 generations right here, Peterson. What's it like being here watching your daughter play again?
Oh, it's amazing. It's a great opportunity, a great experience for her, and we're just thrilled. We're thrilled that she got this opportunity.
And it's so cool that you're able to be here. It's a whole family affair. We played Uno the other night. Who won?
Who won?
Yeah, do you remember who won?
I did.
You think you won? I think I won. So we have to agree to disagree. But so you and Jamie's mom both played college sports.
Yep.
And I asked you off air, who do you think she got her athleticism from?
Oh, it's gotta be me.
It's gotta be you, right? I agree with that. You can take credit for it. What about you? Do you want to play volleyball one day?
Oh, I already learned how to.
Yeah? What position do you want to play?
What position do you want to play?
Do you want to be a hitter, or do you want to dig the ball, or set the ball, or just be like mom and just hit real hard? Fair. I can see that. Well, it's so cool that Jamie's here and she's able to be a mom. We have 6 moms in the league. How impressive is that to you, having raised kids yourself?
It's amazing what she's done, having the baby in college, having Carter in college, and still going through that, still finishing college and finishing volleyball. And she's super strong, and it was just a great thing. It's just very, very impressive that she did that.
Yes, I'm impressed too. And you're impressed by mom. We can go say hi to them after. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the broadcast.
Say hi to Camille.
Bye, everyone.
Camille.
Love that. Carter's all set for Easter coming
He
up.
is ready. Carter might be just about the cutest kid I've seen in a long time. How cute was that? Can we go talk to the girls?
Ace service from Cass Lickman.
And I love it that he wants to be a spiker.
Every little boy does. My son is now an opposite, tried to train him as a setter, and he's like, I want to hit.
Yeah, I want the glory.
19-18. So he'll be in action what will be late night here as the men's season starts to wind down towards the championship in the beginning of May. Lots of stuff happening in the world of volleyball. The AVP will be getting underway as well shortly after the conclusion of our league next week. Hawaii taking on Santa Barbara later tonight. That kill from Rosenthal out of the middle, 19 apiece. Love the first set competition, and the middle matchup we thought was going to materialize has.
Yeah, it has not disappointed at all. Both middles finding tremendous success, and you can tell they've scouted one another so well because you know that Jenna Rosenthal loves the one or the slide, and you can just sort of anticipate what's happening.
Chop shot picked up by Fanoimana. Outside, Fairs with a blast. And the lead again belongs to Team Valentin-Anderson. Jamie Peterson in the chair. Where's your stuffed rabbit?
I didn't bring one with me tonight. Is that what Carter has with him?
That's what he
so
has.
Cute. We just had a chance to talk to Carter and your dad. And by the way, Jamie, Carter stole the show. Sweetest little boy in the world. What's it been like balancing motherhood and being a professional athlete during this Athletes Unlimited season?
I think with the support system I have, it's been awesome. Being able to have Zach come with me and be there for him every day has been great. But yeah, he loves being in this atmosphere. He loves being around teammates. He raves about getting to see them all the time, so that's fun.
We've seen quite a bit of back and forth in this first set early. In your mind, what's the X factor? What's the difference in this match?
We talked a lot about serve and pass battle. You got to win the serve and pass battle. You know, Orange team has a lot of tough servers, and so do we. So it's going back to the basics and getting ourselves in system and being able to have 3 offensive weapons at all times. And I think as the match goes on, we'll see that play a big part of it.
Right on, Jamie. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a look at Carter next to Jim. And I love the rabbit. You got to have the lovey with you. Have the little buddy. We should call them friends. You got to bring your friends.
Absolutely. It's got to be so distracting. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to be a mother and competing and having your son right there. And, you know, there's just a lot of pull in many directions.
Athletes Unlimited has been cited several times by the athletes. That ball is bombed just out of bounds. As being exceptional, the league being exceptional in the support that the moms get. You go overseas, your team will support you, but it's nothing like here.
Absolutely not. I mean, every player to a T has said that every decision Athletes Unlimited makes, it's player first. And that it's just been such an honor and a privilege to be treated with such respect.
Molly McCage picks up a timely block, and look at Team Dela Cruz opening a lead. Team Valentin-Anderson has 2 timeouts.
Watch the lateral movement by McCage. She opens her hips and then closes them to get over the net and penetrate. That is just a picture-perfect blocking technique.
Thank you to our official partner, Geico, for their support of Athletes Unlimited. Kevin Barnett, Heather Cox, and Olympic Key Michael here for set 1. Had a lot of tips drop in set 1. That one does not. Here comes Furcano. Key moment for Dela Cruz. Oh, that one bounced in, bounced out of the block. Gathered in. Here comes Betty. Free ball coming. Betty, full steam. Ahead and down. Set point, Dela Cruz via late push.
What a line for Betty De La Cruz in set 1. 6 kills, no errors on 12 swings. I can even do that math. Hitting 500 is the captain.
Neither team has called a timeout in this first set. It's been that close. That ball is on the line, a winner for Rosenthal.
And a huge point right here, Kevin.
Rosenthal will go back.
Team De La Cruz with the advantage on set point. First strike at offense.
Already 9 attempts for Jenna. Double quick, Betty over the top and dug up. It'll come back once again. Do they go double quick again? De La Cruz spreads out. McCage gets the winner. So Molly McCage closes it with her first kill. She was impactful at the net blocking. The middles matter in our first matchup of the evening. It is Team De La Cruz, 25-22.
This is the exact lineup we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey! Big fat! Ah! Serve, if you can go like towards her line.
Okay.
She has a hard time.
Bringing it back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably hard to set too.
Yeah, coming from behind.
You were into the action with Guaranteed Rate and Taylor Bruns-Tegenruth. Heather, there was some good info in there.
Yeah, Kevin, the first thing she said is we got the matchup we wanted, which is what I talked about at the beginning of this set. And that matchup is Betty De La Cruz up against Natalia Valentin-Anderson. So when Betty is swinging, the 5'6" setter is blocking against her. And that's all about the coaches or the facilitators or the captain figures out what rotation they want to start in. And so they got the matchup they wanted. Now the key is to watch, will they spin the dial? So will they flip-flop that rotation? And then will the other team do the same? So it's a chess match for sure to see who gets the rotation and the matchup that they want.
25-22 is what De La Cruz wanted. They get that victory, a 3-point lead, headed into the start of our second set. You've heard us talk about the Book of Unlimited. It's a hallmark of the Athletes Unlimited Sports. The beautiful 25-pound, 500-page tome was handcrafted in Kyiv, Ukraine by local craftsman Tykhon Verigin. The book includes rosters from each Athletes Unlimited season, along with a particular inscription of each sport's champion. Tykhon and his family remain in Kyiv, where, of course, they were under siege by the invading Russian forces. Our thoughts are with them and with the Ukrainian people. A look at our stats through set one here in Dallas. Boy, a lot of kills, but not the right result on the scoreboard.
Exactly, and the reason why Team De La Cruz came away with the win, even though they didn't win all the stat categories, is they were much more efficient at the net. Yes, they only had 15 kills as opposed to the 19 for Valentin-Anderson, but they hit 410 as a team. Valentin-Anderson hit 310. The kill leaders for each team, Betty De La Cruz, no surprise, 7 kills. Leah Edmond with 5 for Team Purple.
And you touched on it, Heather. 4 service errors for Valentin-Anderson. De La Cruz, just 1.
Yeah, and those were all so early and really slow start shot them in the foot.
Set 2. Will the story be different? The captain back to serve. And Betania in the back row, so they're going to get that same matchup, Team De La Cruz. You get some portion of it. Here comes Fanoimwana. Off the hands. Childress lays out the right mitt. Fallon was not ready for that one. Another cover from Childress. Betty, middle back, tips it. How was your 0-2 during the break? All that for 1-0.
And they'll huddle up a little bit longer to try and catch their breath. A nice split right down the middle, finding that deep corner. Anytime, if you can get the ball past the block to the deep corner, that ball's going down because nobody's covering that deep corner. The middle back has to go from left back to right back to both those deep corners, and it's virtually impossible unless you're maybe like a Morgan Hens.
A serve on the back line. Yeah, Morgan Hens and Amanda Benson, who's playing right now for Team Valentin-Anderson, locked in a defensive battle. For every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited volleyball season, Aspiration plants 10 trees. Headed into the night, 1,520 trees committed. That just grew by 10. So Belden throws at Childress with more defense. She's racking up the fivers back there. A big scream, but Betty's seen that before. Full head of steam, Betania with another dig. Again, no, Fricano straight down for +12.
I've been so impressed with what Taylor Fricano has done in her 2 starts. It starts with the dig by Childress to keep the transition game alive. Edmond trying to go line, but Fricano says not so fast. Perfect lineup and execution.
Taylor Fricano telling us that, yeah, I had to go back and watch the match that I played in on Wednesday because my mom wanted the code. She's piling up points. So stay tuned, Mom. We'll get you that code. But that block was even better.
So good.
Taylor Bruns-Tegenroot is in, and she just misses that serve.
Service error. Point, Team Valentin-Anderson.
So interestingly enough, she will stay.
Yeah, very interesting. Alicia Childress is a front row setter at left front. So Bruns-Tegenroot is a defensive specialist right now.
And what does this do for the block on the other side? Stone with the kill. We do have another opposite, Nikki Withers, who has come in via the double sub, seen her first action of the year with Team De La Cruz on Wednesday night. That ball is deep corner, and it's in.
Boy, and that was a pretty set by Valentin-Anderson. Pass was very tight. Back row setter jumps up with one hand to keep that ball in play, and Sebelden in perfect position for it.
Valentin-Anderson's done a very nice job with her team. Last week she was on Team Drews, and they got split up because of the success they had. Both players climbing the leaderboard via a 3-0 week. Stone punches it through.
Veronica Stone, another one of those players that we talked about early that is making a late charge in this season. A perfect pass gives Alicia Childress all the options. Stone takes the line on the slide attack, and good job finding the open court.
Yeah, Stone adding offense to her defensive chops. 8 blocks in the last 2 matches for Stone as that ball goes off the hands and gone. Let's take you high into the rafters here.
Now, right now with Team De La Cruz on serve receive, all of their hitters are loaded on the left here. So watch the swinging action, watch a lot of movement to try and find them some open net against the block. McCage going behind.
Look at the split offense there. Fairs. Betty's humped in the middle. And it pays off. So Betania De La Cruz stalked that tip that early on was getting away.
You can see the defense shift as they read the ball. Betty De La Cruz getting in great position for it. Just a little push by McCage. That set a little bit low, but she's able to squeeze it through the block.
Rosenthal and another kill. Jenna Rosenthal in that first set, 6 of 9 for 560. Got blocked once, hit no balls out. She collects another one, so that'll be 7 of 10 now.
Great matchup, seeing Rosenthal going up against McCage, 2 of the best middles in the league.
Well, and the set is there. So last week, an Olympian and American setter couldn't really get it going with Betania De La Cruz. This week, Alicia Childress does get it going. Fans, you want to join us and see some of these athletes in person, witness Betania De La Cruz's jump serve. Tickets are still available, including courtside seats to come and enjoy. Get your tickets at auprosports.com/tickets. I know many of you will be here for the juniors event. Lone Star qualifier happening, starts tomorrow.
Tons of juniors team coming into the Dallas area this weekend and next weekend. Perfect timing. Come watch some volleyball. I mean, you won't see any better athletes here domestically or in the entire world. I mean, this is such a treat to have a pro league here in the United States for junior up-and-comer players to come and watch these role models compete.
Dallas has literally rolled out the red carpet. It appeared in our hotel today for for the arriving volleyball athletes. Thrown into the block, but thrown down, not quite. McCage, that one popped up. Will it be in? No, that was a tough angle for Ferris. 7-6, Valentin-Anderson trying to respond to that first set defeat. Every player in orange received 40 points, and they are climbing the Geico leaderboard. Those team points are hugely important. Over the top of the block, this time long. This is looking a lot like set one all of a sudden. 7-7. We went all the way to the technical timeout. It was 16-14. Neither team called a timeout in that first set.
Difference in that first set, the service errors for Team Valentin-Anderson, and they also didn't hit as efficiently as Team De La Cruz. They're hoping to improve in both of those categories here in the second set.
Nice dig by McCage. A jump bump. Oh, had the jump bump go down, you just add that to everything Cass Lickman's capable of. Cass will finish the rally as is into the deep corner. We had a special delivery of the game ball before this one. It was by Tama Miyashiro, who is back in the gym again. One of our facilitators last year. Hey, Key. Hi, Tama.
Hey, I'm here with Tama. Maybe a familiar face if you guys remember Athletes Unlimited Season 1. Welcome back to the gym.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be back, but also as a fan. So happy to be here and so happy to see everyone. So.
And since we last saw you, well, one, you had a birthday, I know, because I gave you a plant. You said it's thriving, that's great.
Yep, still alive.
And two, you won a gold medal. So how was that?
Man, it was amazing. It'd been a couple tough years, and I think for everyone. So to put it together, to see the girls on that podium, to like see all the alumni so proud of us, and to represent our country, it was amazing. So yeah, it was a great experience, and yeah, it's nice to make history and be part of it, and then to strive for more. So we're back at it, and we're trying to go for another one. So we'll see.
I love that. I feel like you, now that I know you as a person, you've won a medal as a player, you won a medal as a coach, and you were part of the first season of Athletes Unlimited. You're just making history all over the place. But what's it like to be back here? Are there any other players out there that you remember coaching in your...
Yeah, oh my gosh. It's the coolest thing about AU, I think, is just the people. And the people involved, the people playing, the girls playing. You know, Yuki, just coming back to see so many familiar faces is amazing. And see all these girls just compete hard for like a while. This is a grueling schedule, so to be back, it's great. Of course, being a fan, it's awesome to just be able to cheer for everyone, you know?
Well, one thing they added this year that wasn't there last year is there's a day in between. So we play on Wednesday, break Friday, Saturday. Last year it was 3 days in a row, which is insane. But as a facilitator, as a coach versus facilitator, what's the difference? Explain to the people at home.
Yeah, you know, it's similar in a lot of ways, but I think how I approached it last year was just to empower the girls and to support them. And we're going to have eyes on things that they usually don't. And so it's up to us to, hey, maybe we should start on this rotation, or maybe we should talk about this matchup, and maybe we could be more effective this way. So I think that was a big part of our role. And we also wanted them to take the wheels and just run and go for it. So a little different than with our normal coaching roles, but it was a pretty cool one. And of course, we were figuring a lot out as we were going. So that's actually the fun part too.
Well, you did a great job, and I'm just so glad you're back because it's lovely to see your face.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the broadcast.
Of course.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
A lot of action happening while we talk to Tama Miyashiro there. That ball ruled out, and challenge.
Oh, that's definitely out.
That is going to be out. Yeah, Tama Miyashiro, 2012 silver medalist, 2021, 2020, whatever we're doing with that. Gold medalist as an assistant coach. She's also a founder of the Give It Back Foundation, encouraging the USA Women's National Team to give clinics and training in their hometowns. Both she and Aaron Virtue, another assistant coach, gave out the game ball.
Yeah, very cool. And some big news for USA Volleyball this week. Karch Karai, the head coach, the gold medal winning coach, won USOPC Coach of the Year.
Fantastic.
So congrats to him.
What a journey. First ever gold medal for that side. We had our first challenge of this one. There's a look at the challenge rules. 2 per team per set, and there's a whole bunch of things you can challenge, including whether the ball is in or out. Taylor Bryn-Stegenroot back in. Betty with yet another dig. Benson matches her. Here's Fanoa Moana, pounds it through against Childress. As we head towards championship week, we will have matches Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. So get your calendars filled in and ready. Stone blocked by Fairs. Back to Lichtman for the second time. Fanoa Moana, high reach and snap.
Watch her keep her eyes on it the entire time. Takes a quick peek to see the block, sees that there's a seam in it. Such a smart player, as we mentioned, has been training on the beach. 6 years away from the indoor game and said, I just don't feel like I've closed the chapter on my indoor game. I want one more shot, and she's making the most of it.
Tries to cover herself there. Benson makes the run. Benson again as she sprints back to position. And that ball is thrown long.
Benson covered every bit of real estate that you possibly could during that one play. I mean, that just shows the value of that libero position. Was all the way to the right side of the court. Watch her, she's the one in the tights right here. Gets the dig. Now watch her cover all the way past the Geico sign. Now watch her come back into the screen. She moves all the way back to the aspiration sign from right to left.
Fairs chisels the winner there, and Team Valentin-Anderson has a 3-point advantage here, which means that we are tied at 35.
It was so good, we're gonna watch it again. Here she comes back into position into middle back, then gets into her left back spot to cover her hitters. So from the Geico at the top of your screen to the aspiration at the bottom of your screen and then back to the middle. She earned a milkshake on that play.
Is that the official word inside the Cox household?
I just gave it, yep. As of right now.
Another nice bump set. Perfect for Betty, who puts it in the corner. Closes the top on that coffin.
So before you saw the stack block from this net cam, but now you see Alicia way to the left of your screen because she's in her natural position at right front. It's just De La Cruz and McCage that'll switch spots once the serve is touched.
Benson again long distance to track it down. McCage. Right over Neo.
Molly McCage has been perfect so far tonight. That set a little bit low, but adjusting so well on the fly. 3 kills now for McCage.
Rosenthal back in the action. Been a little quiet here in this second set.
And one of those, anything you can do, I can do better. You can just sense that between McCage and Rosenthal, they're going back and forth because they are such a balanced, both of them are such balanced middle attackers. That time right over the top, splitting it.
9 kills for Rosenthal. And another missed serve. Well, they wanted to win the serve and pass battle, and they start riding that line of pressure and errors.
Exactly, it's that risk reward, and I know we kind of disagree on this a little bit. I like the 1-to-1 ratio, 1 ace to 1 error, but you just definitely have to figure out what your strategy is and how much you're willing to lose versus going for it to get the ace.
Well, Chris Marlowe likes the no errors to aces ratio. Molly McCage with the overpass kill. And we're tied again.
And I think typically the men's game is much more willing to err on the side of high risk, high reward.
Honestly,
many errors, though.
I think the men's game's gotten to the point where people lack enough skill to do the things they're trying to do, because you can't have a 5-to-1 ratio. That's errors to
Yeah, we
aces.
learned that the hard way watching the U.S. Olympic men's team compete in Tokyo.
That's just people trying to do things they're not capable of.
And a goes back to what we talked about earlier, and that's the serving strategy. Like it's so much more than just aces that you're going for. You're trying to take your opponent out of their offense. You're trying to create certain matchups. You can be very strategic and not serve a high-risk serve.
But it's also completely within your control. It's the only
Absolutely.
skill that is completely within your control. What a cover there. Not enough, and another block. Those are starting to pile up for the women in orange.
Give a lot of credit. I mean, look at this front line. You've got De La Cruz, McCage, and Furcano. That is an intimidating threesome to hit against.
We've hit the technical timeout once again, this time in reverse, 16-14. De La Cruz was down. They ended up 25-22. Can Valentin-Anderson tell the same story?
Hi, it's Amanda Benson here. You guys can follow me on my social, Amanda S. Benson. I would love to give a shout out to all the Ducks out there, all the Duck fans, Duck family, throwing up an O for you. Thanks for following along with me, and thank you all for the sweet messages before I came. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the summer.
The cause that I'm going to play for is the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. The reason I chose this is because it is near and dear to my heart. I think mental health in the past has been so stigmatized, and I love that we're coming into a new age where it's being talked about, it's being seen as the issue that it is, and people are getting resources that they need. And being the light that people need in their life at their darkest, it's really near and dear to me.
Athlete Causes allows athletes to play their season in part for the benefit of a nonprofit organization of their choice. As you just heard Taylor Bruns detail, at the end of the season, the Give Lively Foundation will make a grant equal to 50% of that athlete's end-of-season bonus to their nonprofit partner. That ends up being north of 150 grand at the end of every single Athletes Unlimited season. Season 2 of volleyball just came out of basketball, heading towards another season of lacrosse and softball.
And just one more thing that sets Athletes Unlimited apart and just makes this league so unique and so special.
Good side out of the timeout by Team Valentin-Anderson. Benson on tip coverage. Edmond covers herself. McCage working hard, and that ball was out. Furcano played it. She'll have to put it away. Instead, it turns into a point for purple.
Huge break for Team Valentin-Anderson. You heard them yelling, reset, reset. You can hear the communication. And then Team Orange was definitely yelling out to Furcano, but she just got a little bit confused on where she was on the court and didn't know that ball was out.
Quick reactions on the Team Valentin-Anderson side, too, to pull that ball out of the net a couple of times. Outside, Bedania, big bomb, popped up. But the block is there. Furcano and McCage, much to the joy of Emma Willis.
Boy, Team De La Cruz definitely setting themselves apart with their block. Perfect timing, hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, penetrating. I mean, you do not want to go up against McCage and Furcano.
17-16, Team De La Cruz. Can they get a hold of this set a little earlier? Can they continue their roll? McCage got enough, but Furcano is there, but it's out. Both teams on the scramble. Both teams trying to perform their game plan here as we enter the second set. Waning moments. Emma Willis, how have you guys done in terms of your preparation compared to the result here?
Hello, friends. The preparation compared to the result regarding our practicing, you mean?
Oh, whatever the scouting report was here on Valentin-Anderson.
Oh, our scout. So, I mean, with any time you're playing Nati, you know her team's going to have a lot of defense. So, long rallies. So, we started by just mentally preparing that we're going to have to battle and swing multiple times before we're going to score points. And then on top of that, it just comes down to serve pass game, a good consistent block, defense, and then our good energy.
Emma, have you been getting the matchups that you want?
We have. We really wanted to have, I mean, you can see right now Taylor is blocking Leah. And we really wanted her in front of Leah so she can take control of that. And we've got some big blocks from that lineup. And then, yeah, all the middles are strong in this game. So our block's looking great tonight.
Who's the energy leader? When you say good energy, give me the captain of that.
Who's the captain? I would say, like, on the court, we have a consistent, like, positivity right now, which is awesome. Everyone's super, like, steady and level-minded, and then obviously our bench is pretty hype, so I think we're bringing the energy and pushing it onto them, and I think that really helps, like, with us going on runs. And I know us out here, like, that's the best way that we can be competitive and help our team is to try to keep that energy going. So that's what we do.
Emma, we saw you guys in a historic win on Wednesday. How have you carried the momentum from Wednesday into tonight's match?
I think it was important for us to carry that positivity and that momentum, but also to not relax. Because when you have a big win like that, it's easy to sort of like de-stress and relax and feel like you got the next one, but we came back with the exact same focus, the exact same intensity, so that we can hopefully have a great outcome tonight again. So that is our plan.
Your side's trying to grab another win late here in the second set. Thanks for spending time with us, Emma.
Yeah, of course. Have a good day, guys.
All right, Emma Willis, we've seen her in and out of the lineup a couple of times, just out of the University of Denver. Bruins taking her back in that role, playing right back. Doesn't matter. Fanoy Moana has been effective in row one.
Yeah, showing that she can hit on either side of the pin.
Team Valentin-Anderson holds the ad here.
In such great rhythm. Look at her open and then close her shoulders, getting all that torque, all that power out of her core.
Cass tries to go high flat. Fairs just goes high, out of bounds.
Yeah, she was definitely going for some fingers, but Childress read it, said, nuh-uh, not so fast.
20 apiece. This is the moment at which Betania grabbed control. Alicia Childress in the front row. Cross court winner.
And I love it. Betty De La Cruz's son, Fair. There he is in the orange hat, has gone from the stands. Each week he gets a little bit closer. Next week he might just suit up, Kevin. I love it. He is like the assistant coach out there. Team manager, doing it all. He's got the best seat in the house.
Indeed he does. School during the week, volleyball on the weekends. All right, Tori Dilfer is in. Both backup setters checking in, making a difference. Bad pass. Oh, and a mistake. Missed opportunity for Valentin-Anderson as Fair gets in on the celebration.
I love it. Clearly he's been practicing with that.
Oh, he got left hanging.
That's no good. But meanwhile, his mom racking up another kill.
No Morris owes him a 5.
Betty, 11 kills into double digits.
21 all. thrown through, block and defense. Overall score 46-44.
Second set, the hitting numbers have gone way down for both teams. Team De La Cruz hitting just 280 after hitting 410 in the first set. Team Valentin-Anderson down to a 190 after hitting 310.
McCage forced to throw that one. Stuck on the outside in the middle. Almost had it was Childress, but instead it's a transition and huge point for Valentin-Anderson. So they now lead 23-21.
Fair is able to squeak it through. De La Cruz out of position there. Childress should have been on the right side. McCage on the left. They get caught. And Ferris takes full advantage of it.
Sometimes in volleyball, one set happens and then you get the exact mirror image. That has been the truth right to this point. Timeout, De La Cruz.
They got the matchup they wanted with you and Betty. So they're thinking we're going to switch it. They're thinking we serve now. They're thinking we're going to switch it so that you're not matched up with Betty, so they'll switch as well. I mean, even with maybe we need to start taking more line. Because Jenna closed there. Erin, give her time. Give her really high, really high. Win the middle, like the last one she beat us down the line on the slide. Jenna close to you, so Jamie and I were saying we think you guys can go more outside in. Because the middles are closing with you. If you were one-on-one, then yeah, I would say just keep doing that, and we need to dig the line.
You're into the action with Guaranteed Rate and Tori Dilfer, both backup sitters playing a huge role and very much into the match as Team Valentin-Anderson tries to close. Fans, let's talk a little bit about the Unlimited Club. Joining the Unlimited Club will enable you to stay connected with athletes unlimited all year long with 4 membership levels starting at free. There's something for everyone. Sign up today. Download the app. Available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores. auprosports.com for more information. If you're at any paid level there, if you're paying, you have an opportunity to vote for the Geico Defensive Player of the Year, as well as MVPs play a bigger role with AU. Big dig there. Nomar is playing a huge role. Betty, good. Back to the future there at the beginning of this match.
And Kevin, you heard Tori Dilfer talking about it. I've been talking about it since the first play of this match, the matchup of De La Cruz going up against Valentin-Anderson. De La Cruz got the matchup they wanted in the first set. In the second set, the big question was, would one of the teams flip? And so then the other team would flip so that they would play that chess game. Well, again, De La Cruz got the matchup that they wanted. Betty going up against Valentin-Anderson, 2 sets now, and that is the reason that she is having these amazing numbers. 11 kills, hitting 460.
Rosenthal forced the chicken wing that one. Bang through by Fanomoana. We are at set point. Close here, and it's a tie ball game headed to the third. We will have that 100-point set. Winner take all. Vidania avoids that. So 23-24. Second opportunity for Valentin-Anderson to close it and get 40 points. Where do you go? Fanomoana's in the back row. Rosenthal, she's in the front row. 10 kills, hitting 470. Good option there.
Yeah, and a good pass, but Betty De La Cruz has one of the toughest serves in the league. Benson will try to get behind it.
Backslide it is.
Exactly what you want. Beautiful execution.
25-23. We have had a near exact match. First set to second set in reverse. 40 points belong to Valentin-Anderson. It is just a 1-point lead. Everything yet to be decided in the third set. 100 team points remain, and the match winner, TBD. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on Fox Sports is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate and by Dick's Sporting Goods. Tonight's match is presented by Aspiration, the global leader in sustainability as a service. Each team has served the other a loss through 2 as the Simba Cam reigns inside Fair Park Coliseum. Many children being held aloft. 48-47 as we look at some highlights through 2.
One of the things I love about this match so far is the middles have been so active on both teams. Watch here as McCage is the decoy opening things up for Betty De La Cruz. 12 kills for Betty. And then Cassie Lickman again on the outside one-on-one because Molly McCage holds the middle, leaving Cassidy one-on-one to pick up her 6th kill. For Team Valentin-Anderson, the same thing happening here. It's Jenna Rosenthal holding the block, opening things up for Fallon Fonoimoana. And then Jenna Rosenthal gets the ball this time, 6. Watch her this time on the slide, going back behind the setter. 11 kills for Jenna. And I'm so glad that I picked Jenna Rosenthal and Molly McCage as my 2 middle blockers for the dream team of the season. They are definitely the top middle blockers right now. And then for my outside choices, no surprise, Betty De La Cruz and Danny Drews. They are 1-2 on the leaderboard. I'm giving the opposite award right now to Shayla Castro, one of the best opposites in the world. And I made a setter switch. Natalia Valentin-Anderson gets my setter choice this week because of her leaderboard points and because of her defense. It's neck and neck to me, but right now I think Valentin-Anderson is the best setter in the league.
It's a good thing Jenna Rosenthal's been playing well, because otherwise I'd wonder if she had bribed you with a Kringle, maybe sent down.
I've really worked on. I mean, there are 4 amazing middle blockers, and I could make an argument for all of them.
Yeah.
Jenna Rosenthal coming into tonight is the #1 middle blocker at hitting percentage at 311. I love Ali Bastianelli's blocking. I really wanted to put her in there. She leads with nearly a block per set. But right now I think Molly and Jenna are the most all-around effective middle blockers for this league.
Geico leaderboard rolling as you see Molly McCage, 4 kills, hitting 500. Good return for McCage, who ended up with some offers to fly overseas after this league last year. As we look at our stats, through 2. Kills definitely still in the advantage of Valentin-Anderson.
Absolutely, and look at the blocks too for De La Cruz, 6-1, and the service game still important. Team Valentin-Anderson doing a better job with their aces, but they're doing that high risk, high reward because they do have 6 service errors.
And again, Valentin-Anderson out digging their opponents. Remember, they have plus 15 against Drews. They are plus 8 right now.
We'll give a lot of credit to Amanda Benson for that stat.
Yeah, Amanda Benson definitely in the running for that Geico Defensive Player of the Year award, along with the $5,000 that accompanies it.
8 digs so far for Benson.
Look at our net cam and the service. Taylor Brunn's taking her. They will start in that rotation. Bad pass. And another tip falls. Whose ball is that? That's what they're wondering down there.
Let's watch right here. So to me, this is right back's ball. I think that's got to be Taylor. Well, it did go towards the middle of the court. It's hard because the libero is in, so you think that every ball is hers, but without her in there, I would think that was Taylor Brunn's ball.
Valentin-Anderson already a couple aces. This ball is passed well, and Stone sides out. 1-up. Remember, we have 100 points on board here, and it was just a 1-point advantage for Team De La Cruz coming in, so it will be decided here.
So right here, you've got your 2 big attackers, Sabolden and Fonoimoana, and you've got middle area of the court open. I like where Cass goes.
Sabolden into the middle. Leanna Sabolden, just her 6th attempt. So while the ball's been going to Rosenthal quite a bit, the rotations have not found number 30. Stone backs up and passes it. Betty outside, saves it, no. 3-1, Valentin-Anderson. This match has been nearly devoid of timeouts. Just 1 called through our first 2 sets, and that was by Team De La Cruz at 23-21. They trailed in the waning moments of set 2.
Kevin, I think one of the reasons for that is that this lineup right now is just loaded with veterans. I mean, they're making adjustments on the court, in the huddle, in between points. they really haven't had like long stretch and a lot of runs. They're able to make adjustments on the fly.
That ball just long.
Boy, that's the 7th service error. That's something when you look at the stats at the end of this match, you think we're just giving away points at the end line.
Decent pass, a lot of calls there. You could hear Sibel in back one, she got it. Fairs, big approach. Did she get the touch? She thinks they did. Immediate challenge coming from Valentin-Anderson, who checked it back with Fairs, but we will have our first captain's challenge here in the 3rd, and it comes early.
Yeah, you can hear Fallon Fonemowana yell, reach, wanting her to go high hands, get those fingertips. The big question is, did she?
Childress knows.
All right, the telltale sign. Do the fingers move? Does the ball change directions? On first glance, I don't see a touch at all. There's a little bit of black in between the fingers and the ball. Yeah, no touch.
That's Heather Cox in the replay booth, former professional player, down on the sidelines. Olivia and Key Michael, I'm Kevin Barnett. Thanks for being with us. Match 1 of the evening.
Now I'm a professional guesser. Yeah,
well, you guessed right there.
Yeah, no touch. And that was over Childress's hand. At that angle, it looks like McCage's hand is over there, but it's not even close.
Point will remain with Team De La Cruz. Stone back to serve. 5 kills, hitting .450. And 1 block in this one. Snap, there's a dig. Decent set, Betania. Two hitters, doesn't matter. Betania De La Cruz is a monster. Back to our net cam, a good view of Stone stepping back to serve. Benson fights it off. Bears is stuffed straight down by Childress. And a little setter-to-setter love there.
I love how much blocking we've seen. We talked about it before the match, Kevin. We were really looking forward to this middle blocker matchup, and we have gotten that. I mean, it has been so fun to see them perform, especially defensively.
Lift called. Or double, your choice. You could have either. There's nothing to argue about there. Unless you're gonna try and say it's one move, but you can't have the ball roll up your arm like David Bowie. Backslide. Did it leave the field of play? Yes, it did. Oh, dangerous play into the benches. For Leah Edmond, we can ill afford any more injuries on the purple side. And Natalia Valentin-Anderson is putting her hand on her head. Thank goodness the outside hitter's okay.
Yeah, but I love the hustle by Leah Edmond, proving that every point matters. Look at Laura Corbelli just sitting there like never even got up. No, not stressed one bit. De La Cruz for a 3-point lead for Cano.
Instead, it's Rosenthal in transition, 6-5.
Boy, Rosenthal having the best offensive match of her Athletes Unlimited career. Now 12 kills for Rosenthal, and give a ton of credit to first the ball control, Benson with the great up, and then how about the delivery by Captain Valentin-Anderson right into the hand, right at the top of Rosenthal's reach.
Those 12 kills coming on 17 attempts. Betty from the outside with the kill. But she is really getting the ball that she wants on the outside from Alicia Childress.
I think they've developed a very nice rhythm. At this point in the season, you're starting to see the players that are comfortable with one another. I mean, Betty is drafting. She's got a team that she loves right now. I mean, this is a team of veterans, a setter that really runs the show, is a great leader, and gets her a very hittable ball.
Betty had 445 points on the first night. If you get over 900 on the weekend, that's a huge weekend. Only Danny Drews and Bethany De La Cruz have done it this season. Will it happen again? Molly McCage with the rejection.
Watch Molly go to her right and then straight up, lining her body up with the hitter's shoulder.
That is as big a block as you'll find in the gym. They're an 8-5 now. Team De La Cruz with Bethany at the line. No aces yet. Cass trying to chisel, can't do it. Outside fares. Benson right on top of the net. Benson again is there, fares. McCage with another block.
And Molly McCage just patrolling, going side to side, dropping in to cover that seam at the last second.
Austin or Dallas, it doesn't matter. Molly McCage blocking balls.
Former Longhorn. Hook 'em.
Stretching the first lead that we've seen early in a set is Team De La Cruz. Cross-court winner off of fares from Cassidy Lickman. It might be timeout time if you're on the Team Valentin-Anderson side. A long huddle. And there it goes. So doubling up, Team De La Cruz causes the first mid-set timeout we've had all night. Geico defensive play of the match. Get out your track spikes.
Check this out, Amanda Benson with her first dig, and then watch the amount of real estate she covers, diving to keep the ball alive, and then gets back into position, boom, for another dig. She's at 86 feet now, and then covers her hitter, 114 feet traveled in one rally. Take a breath, Amanda Benson. You have deserved the Geico defensive plays of the match, all in one rally.
Went to Oregon, Tracktown, USA up there. Fitting right in on that play.
Looking like
Amanda Benson.
Prefontaine there.
There you go. At the end of the season, we'll award the Geico Defensive Player of the Year. Fans, you can vote in that if you're a paying member of the Athletes Unlimited AU Unlimited Club. You need to get in the Unlimited Club to do it. You need to pay and be a part of it. And that will be an extra $5,000 awarded to the Defensive Player of the Year. Get your merch. Lots of folks in the stadium tonight getting it. Shop.auprosports.com for all your Athletes Unlimited volleyball gear. Get it before the season is gone. Dig, Set, Kill, and Name Number tees, crewnecks, hoodies, and more are all out there.
Just went and grabbed myself a new black hoodie tonight before the match.
Facts. Been hanging out with Key Michael.
The Hoodie Brigade.
Rosenthal, it's all golden for her tonight.
Yeah, sometimes it just looks easy. Tonight, it's one of those nights for Jenna Rosenthal, just racking them up. 13 kills now for the 6'5" middle.
And a side out of the timeout. And another point. So Team Valentin-Anderson is on a little bit of a roll with Aaron Fairs at the line, and we understand Dad is here.
Dad is here. I'm here with Eric Fairs. This is Aaron's dad, and there's quite a family affair down here. I got to meet you a couple months ago at your house, at your home in Houston.
Yes, you did. We had a wonderful time.
We did have a wonderful time, and you built that house yourself.
Yes, I did.
And you told me that Erin wants to get involved in construction, but you're not sure.
I don't want her to be injured in any kind of way, and she's always asking me to come on, Dad, let me take me with me. I said, nah, I can't do that, babe.
Her hands are too precious.
Yeah.
I feel that. So you were also an athlete. You played in the NFL.
Yes.
For several years.
Uh-huh.
Impressive. I saw some of them paraphernalia in your office.
Mm-hmm.
Does Erin get some of her athletic ability
All
from you?
from me.
All
from me. You
Well-
know, as I used to train, I used to take her with me and have her train as a football player. So that's where she get her heart hitting from.
Oh, I bet she does. And the whole family is down here, so Mom's right there, so we won't tell her that you said that she gets all her athletic ability from you.
Exactly.
But so Erin came back for season 2. Was there a reason specifically why she wanted to come back for season 2?
I think she wanted to prove herself. Last year she didn't get a chance to get out on the floor as much as she wanted, and just basically show up and show out.
She's been proving herself.
Mm-hmm.
What about at game nights? You guys are really into games, I know that.
All the time. We play ping pong like it's a wrestling match. We go at it with each other.
Well, I wouldn't want to go at it with Erin or you. I feel like I'm going to have to hit the gym. But thank you so much.
Yes.
I don't know what's happening, but it must be good.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The run of the rally out of the timeout reaches 5. We are tied at 10. Team Dela Cruz is going to burn a timeout. Aaron Fairs in year 2 is in the 7th spot, matching her jersey. She is doing work from the service line for Team Valentin-Anderson. A barn burner, a tight third set. 100 points, still to be determined. A ripper takes us to 10 apiece. For every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited volleyball season, Aspiration is planting 10 trees. Headed into tonight, 1,520 trees have been committed thanks to Aspiration's support. And we are only adding to that number. Luckily, we don't subtract any amount of trees for errors.
Especially tonight, right? 4 aces tonight, 3 for Team Valentin-Anderson, 1 for Team De La Cruz.
Yeah, we'd be running a lumber mill tonight.
Yeah, we'd be in the negative. 7 service errors so far for Team Purple, 3 on Team Orange. So not the ratio you're going for, 4 to 10.
But Dani De La Cruz, a different sort of story for her team and for the Valentin-Anderson here in the third. We had 2 very tightly contested sets, runs at the end, the difference at 20 points essentially. Now we've had 4-0 one direction and a timeout, 5-0 in a direction the other way, and a timeout.
Behind some great play by the outsides for Team Valentin-Anderson. You've got Ferris on the service line and Edmond getting kills in the front row, and meanwhile, Jenna Rosenthal getting it done.
Yeah, Natalia Valentin-Anderson trying to celebrate her way to a block there. They're trying to take advantage of the mismatch. The small setter can't do it. Cass Lickman is on that left side for 2 rotations. Noma sliding into that one. Another block. That is definitely Jenna.
I think Molly McCage would like to see that ball go a little bit higher. Use the 6'3" reach of Molly McCage. Watch how she has to drop her arm down and just push it into the block. Has nowhere to go. Good job by Jenna sealing the net, pressing those palms over.
A 7-0 run. Back corner.
Cassidy Lickman has every shot in the book. We've seen wrist away, we've seen thumb down, we've seen deep corners, we've seen the power, we've seen the tip. Such a smart player. High volleyball IQ.
Cassidy Lickman came in tonight 4th on the leaderboard. She would be captain had we finished. Rosenthal again with the kill. And I don't know why Nia Crittenden is in the other chair. She should have just come up here. unavailable for this match. Nia, there was your opening. It was your opportunity.
Come on, join us.
Yeah, honestly. But no, hoping to get back into things tomorrow.
Yeah, you got into the match on Wednesday. What happened in that match that has you unavailable for this one?
Yeah, just had a little shoulder tweak in practice yesterday, so we're just being smart and being safe and taking a day of rest to make sure that I'm ready for tomorrow, not only tomorrow, but also next week.
Why do you think Jenna Rosenthal's been so effective? We see her there in the shot opposite you right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's been up and available every chance she can get. She's closing and reading really, really well on the block right now. And she's just doing what she does best, be tall, she's staying high, and she's getting a lot of touches and a lot of great blocks right now.
Nia, so often players will say, I can see so much when I'm not suited up and I know I'm not playing. It's like the game slows down and you can see so much more. What are you seeing tonight that can help your team?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We've obviously talked a lot when we can in the timeouts, and it's honestly so great to not only see those things and talk to the girls about what I'm seeing, but also seeing them sorry, I'm so into this play right now.
That's a great play.
Yeah, it was. But also seeing them, execute the things that we've just talked about. Or if they have a question about something and it's like, yes, you have this, or no, you don't have that. And then watching our team adjust to those things that we've discussed. And anything that we've discussed and we've adjusted to, it's been playing out really well for us right now in this match.
See Natalia Valentin-Anderson giving full effort there on that one.
Yeah. She's so powerful and so fast. I mean, with everything she does. We always joke that whatever team like Nati's on, it's like you have two liberos on the court.
It's a great way to play.
Yeah.
It's a great way to play. Now, I mentioned earlier in this match that Team De La Cruz defeated Valentin-Anderson back in week 2. But that was a totally different group. So describe this group for us.
Yeah, it was a completely different group. I would say so far the one thing that we've really wanted to come into is just playing our game tonight. Obviously, you have your strategies, you have your film, all of that stuff you discuss, before a match to prepare for the opponent. But what's most important is making sure that we communicate and are good on our side first before you worry about anything else. And I would say that we've all had a really, really good chemistry so far this week, and we've talked a lot about everything, and just staying together, eye contact, all those kinds of things I feel like have really helped our crew this week.
Nia, there's no coach in this structure in Athletes Unlimited. There's a facilitator, but not really a coach. So what coach is in your head when you're out there practicing or playing? Who's giving you feedback via yourself? What voice are you talking in?
You know what? That's a really good question, and I actually haven't thought about that. I would say I haven't actually thought about that because of the fact that we don't actually have, a traditional coach here. And I almost feel like us as players, we use each other and our team to kind of be coaches for each other at every turn. We turn to each other and we ask each other questions. And obviously we do have the facilitators there that, have so much knowledge, and they've been coaching for so long. So it's like you still kind of have somebody, but I think we turn to each other a lot as players and we ask each other questions about what do I have. So I feel like that's what I've actually been getting out of it.
Right on. Players supporting players. Go and support your team at the end of this one. Thanks, Niall.
Thanks so much, you guys.
Feel better.
Thank you.
16 apiece. We will decide 100 points in this set. Betty trying to make sure they're on her side, looking for a record-setting weekend.
And Kevin, what we just heard Nia talking about is exactly what Cassidy Lickman told me yesterday. She said this team is so full of veterans with such high volleyball IQs that when they come together, it's not about the rah-rah stuff in between plays. It's about the strategy. It's about the blocking assignments. It's about where we're going to serve. It's about making the subtle adjustments on defense. And Cassidy said that's why we're so good on Wednesday, because this is such a smart team.
The block of McCage and Fricano continues to pay dividends. Betty throws it in. Noma covers her. Another good touch. Fenomoana will get the ball back. And inside the block again. And Fuego. 12 kills on 27.
And a great cover. Once again, no surprise, it's Amanda Benson keeping the ball alive for Team Valentin-Anderson and allowing Fallon Fonemawana to go off here with this sharp cross court.
Double quick. Back corner winner from Fricano. Boy, what a delivery by Childress.
Yeah, I love that. Off of the good pass, they run the double quick, which means there's 2 quick attackers in the air before the ball is even set.
Betania back for the jumper. Can they pull a lead with her at the line? Extra heat on it. It's been a spicy connection. As Key Michael told you, we might have gone full ghost pepper at this point.
Have you run out of pepper names yet?
16 kills. Yeah, you're in, 100,000 Scovilles.
Look at that, 51 miles an hour. Great redirection by Valentin-Anderson, going against the grain. Everybody moving to one side of the court, and she dishes the ball to the opposite side.
Miss. Fair likes it and looks for it. McCage has been dangerous from the line. Front row of Stone, Lickman, and Fricano. Dig by McCage is too wide. A lot of power from Edmond. Only appropriate in this match that we end up at 19 all, which is where we have been in the previous 2 sets. First set was a late run, Dela Cruz, 25-22. It was a late run in the second, the opposite way, 25-23. Tip is good. And the tips have been good from the very start to right now.
You can see how much area is available when you see the overhead. Right over the top of the block, that is theoretically the block's ball to take away. Cass does a nice job with her vision, seeing that court is open.
Cassidy Lickman now in double figures, 10 kills, hitting .260, a rather efficient night with 8 digs to go along with the single ace. Is it wide? She's been wide a couple times. And we'll add to that total there. Edmond misses.
Boy, it's a shame you can't get any style points for that because that was quite a hit. So much power out of Edmonds.
Will be a challenge from Valentin-Anderson. They'll either be looking for a touch or the ball in.
Well, at the very least, we get a chance to see again how heavy Leah Edmonds' shoulder is. Just cranking it down the line. So they are challenging whether or not there was a touch on the block. So that would have been Alicia Childress's forearm. Right there. From this angle, I don't see a touch.
That's close. You're going to have to be able to see enough of it. Maybe this angle will be better.
Yes, the way that Childress drops her right arm in at the last second makes me think that there is no touch.
I'm with you, Heather. Get a look at the height of the attack from Edmond.
That reach is insane. Yeah, I do not see a touch. I do see an amazing attack, however, just inches wide.
And it will be confirmed, no touch, and what a stretch this will be. It has been the end of set runs. So do you call a timeout? Team Valentin-Anderson with 1, Dela Cruz with 1. That is kind of a de facto timeout there, so you probably don't need to slow the game down anymore.
No, and I think you go right back to Leah Edmond if you're Valentin-Anderson. She is feeling it. She's got the heat in that shoulder. She's got something to prove right now.
I like it. Front row setter. Taylor Brun's taking root into serve. Double setter lineup for Dela Cruz. Taking root all over it. Edmond again, this time through the block.
Just a beautiful delivery by Valentin-Anderson, who was brought off the net to about the 14-foot line. Watch how beautiful that jump set is. Pushed so far off the net and gets it right into the sweet spot, right into that hitting window for Leah Edmond. He pushes it right through with so much power, just pushes it through the block.
Valentin-Anderson doing her best Morgan Hentz. Edmond blasting right through the hands, touch detected. We are tied at 21.
It all starts with the tremendous defense by Valentin-Anderson. That is why she is the setter on my dream team right now. We saw the delicious set she's delivering, but also the defense that she's playing to keep her team in rallies.
I'd like a milkshake and a delicious set, please. Backslide Stone. Dug up. Valentin-Anderson continues her libero hijinks. Lichtman called on to do a lot here. Again. Betty with the dig from middle back. Fair's nice read. Boy, both teams all over the hitters. Valentin-Anderson with yet another dig, piling up the points. Betty. Nova with the cover. Rally of the match is over.
That might not just be the rally of the match, that might be the rally of the season. Both teams huddling up, well-deserved rest, taking their own sweet time peeling out of this huddle. Off the block, the great cover that time by Velez Augusto. And then finally able to put it away is Fallon Fonemowana, just too much. And boy, applause to both teams for an incredible effort defensively.
Still working on Cassie Lichtman. Stone into Sabeldin, who covers it. The scramble plays by the women in purple have been impressive. Edmond again. Betty might have been over.
I think she was.
Jamie Peterson was calling it. It doesn't matter now. You're welcome, Fair Park.
Great save by Edmond. And look at Valentin-Anderson just getting right in there to deliver the perfect set. Fallon Fonemowana using that block to get the kill. And boy, Valentin-Anderson playing its best when it matters. Points in crunch time.
Second timeout called, trailing by 2. Dela Cruz down, Valentin-Anderson looking to close. Team Valentin-Anderson seizing control of the third and the overall 70-69. It has not been easy the last 2 points.
Yeah, we have seen incredible rallies these last 2 points. I mean, how important are points in this league, in this set? Well, the effort that you're seeing out here tells you everything. There is no give up in any of these players. Cassidy Lichtman taking a ton of swings for Team De La Cruz. Alicia Childress going to the outside a ton. And then look at this set, just pushing it all the way out to the sweet spot. But Betty Taylor Cruz there with some great defense. Lichtman's ball doesn't go down. And finally, Fonemowana tooling the block, but no. Is it Betty out of the backcourt? No, Valentin-Anderson just too good. And the play continues, and then finally, no, see, I knew it's ending on Fallon, but not that time either. We're still going, guys. We are still playing some D. And Cassie Lichtman needs a breather. Look at all the swings that she's taking here. And now we get the high hands from Valentin-Anderson to put it to an end. But everybody gassed and everybody deserving of an applause after that great play.
Sebelding, good touch. Trying to push to match ball. Betty with the dig. Sebelding the redirect. 24-21, match point number 1. Team Valentin-Anderson. The captain back to serve. Already multiple aces. That's the easy way out. That one fell off a shelf. Fallon for the win. Net violation and it's over. We will have a challenge. So hang on. This is the one bummer of the modern challenge system, is you can frequently have a challenge on match point. Seen this at the highest level at the Olympic Games this summer. Anticlimactic ending.
It's so anticlimactic, but it's better to get it right and to take the time. But it is a bummer of a way to end things.
As it stands now, it would be a 72-69 victory for Team Valentin-Anderson. And it would be a near record-setting performance for the captain, Natalia Valentin-Anderson.
So I think what they're calling is a net on Cassidy Lichtman's right forearm.
Well, in any case, she steps completely under the net too when she turns off with her left foot.
Yeah, but I also think she was into the net with her right forearm. But look, she's putting her arms up like, who's the net on? Okay, watch one more time the forearms. Oh, it might have been Stone's forearms there. Both of them kind of swing into the tape.
I think the left elbow of Cass Lichtman, I think you were right on with that, Heather.
Such a shame to have a match end on a challenge, especially one that's inconclusive. It's just hard to tell for sure.
It was originally called a net and concluding the match.
So that forearm, it almost looked like Stone pushes Cass Lichtman's right forearm into the net as they're coming off of that block. Watch Stone's left arm kind of go into the back of Lichtman's right arm on their way down, and then just sort of pushes her forearm into the net.
Referees want to get this one right, and the net violation is taken as it was. So the point remains with Team Valentin-Anderson. They win 72-69 in exciting fashion. That is just match 1. Heather Cox, Key Michael, and our entire Athletes Unlimited crew will be back. Our second game of the night is on CBS Sports Network. It's 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm Kevin Barnett. We will see you soon. For right now, Valentin-Anderson, success, 140 team points. Victory number 2 on the week.